Getting that much closer to the start of camp, and we've hit on every position group on the offensive side of the ball except for the quarterbacks. Going to spend some time talking about that today. Guys, we know all spring it's been what was identified as a quarterback competition to replace Joel Stave, who walks out of here the winningest quarterback this school has ever had. How do you start to replace that kind of production? And I think maybe more importantly, when does Paul Chryst have to know to jogs out there in the first quarter against LSU?
Let's start with chapter 1. That was the spring. Because I'm going to look at it as 3 chapters. Spring ball, we got a look at Alex Hornibrook in a different role than we had seen him previously. Bart Houston, ditto for Bart. I mean, we all liked what we saw out of Bart at Illinois, and that pretty much puts him a leg up from the experience standpoint. That's chapter 1. This summer is going to be very important in determining who your leader is at quarterback. It's so very important that those QBs take charge of the team. And then chapter 3 will be the fall camp and how they compete against each other.
You cannot put enough stress on what's going on this summer, because the coaches can't be there. The coaches are very much going to want to monitor and will monitor. How's he doing? What's he looking like? What's his how's he handling this? Is he focused? They're going to be doing so much reconnaissance on those quarterbacks. Are they going off by themselves? Are they going off to work out? Are they doing it together? Or are they pulling guys together to go throw the ball? I would think that would be the case with both these quarterbacks. What I do think is important about spring camp was the most overrated thing about spring camp: interceptions. It was, yes, they threw a lot, but it was under the direction of a coach who said, figure out what your limits are. Figure out what balls you can complete, what balls are going to give you trouble, what plays are going to work, what things aren't going to work. It was an experimenting time, and so much emphasis was put on the mistakes rather than the development.
Bart Houston has great confidence. He exudes that. And he's been around the program now. He should get it. By contrast, Alex Hornibrook, still very fresh. I thought he showed some great strides at the end of the spring. The poise and the touch that he showed on the deep ball, very encouraging.
You need to know some history about this. Wisconsin has never had a redshirt freshman start the season as the quarterback. They've had quarterbacks emerge, Brooks Bollinger certainly being one of them, but to me, I would be somewhat surprised if Bart Houston is not the starting quarterback. Not that that's anything a knock on Alex, it could very well emerge, but I think they're close enough that in terms of what they've been able to do during spring ball, that experience means a lot at this moment, and even though Bart Houston has never been the per se starter, I think his experience wins out in this moment.
There's so much.
I'm right there with you.
I can't go there yet.
So you're not ready to determine who you think it is. Andy has gone ahead and said he thinks it's going to be Bart Houston.
I go back to the stages, or chapters.
Right.
There's
we know
spring, summer, and then fall. We'll find out.
No question.
We know that Paul Chryst is going to want to know in the month of August, and it sounds like we may not all know until September 3rd.
Why would you give it away? Why would you let the Mad Hatter know?
You're right. Why do that when you can keep it locked up until kick? We have one more left, and you're wondering what on earth could knock the quarterback dialogue off the #1 spot. We'll tell you next time here inside Camp Randall. For Mike and Andy, I'm Chris.